Good morning and welcome to Liv Every Day. Hello, everybody. You guys are on Backchannel, whether you know that or not. You can listen from YouTube, which, hello, everybody out in YouTube. If you have a device made by Amazon, which we're going to call Palexa, hello, you can listen. You can listen through the app, actually, which is really cool. If you have an Echo Dot, but if you guys have an Echo Show, which they have an Echo Show 5, an Echo Show 8, Echo Show 10, I don't know. They have like all sorts of them you can watch and you can interact with me, which is really cool. So all like during real time, you can absolutely talk to me. Now, what if you don't have an Echo Show and you're listening through YouTube and the other devices or through the app? You know what's great? You can go to backchannel.tv and you can type in and chat there. That's pretty awesome. If you do have an Echo Show, you simply have to talk to your device. You just say the name of your device, Parexa, say, "Hi, Liv, good morning." And it's going to type up on here. You guys, I want to say good morning to everyone that's here. Hello, Nathan and Abby. Ari, good morning. Good morning, Dougal and Mary. You guys, it's so great to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's get right to it. We have a theme for every day on this show. I don't know if you know this, okay? Why would you know? This is the first week of the show. My producer, Anna, and I came up with a list of great themes, and today is no different than the other days. This one is a really great daily theme. I think I'm going to run to this every single day. I know that somebody, I don't know who it is. I think it's Alex, who was during, like, when I was auditioning for this show. I think it was Alex, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But he calls Thursday Friday Junior. I love Friday Junior. I think that's fantastic because when I was in college, Thursday was a big deal. Like, Friday's great, you made it to the weekend, but Thursday's hopeful. You were like, you know what, we're going to start now. We're going to start Thursday night. Thursday night's going to start when everything gets better. Work is almost done. School was almost done. So here's what we're going to do on Thursdays. We are calling it Tell the Truth Thursday. What does that mean? That means you can come to a space, which is here, and you can absolutely tell the truth. This is where you can talk about things that are not, maybe they're not popular opinions. Maybe it's something that you haven't shared because in your real life, it would not be accepted. It would not be maybe looked upon favorably. Is that right? Is that a good way to say that? Also, you can express your gratitude. That's something else that I really want to push on this show. There's so many things to be grateful for. There's so many great things going on in life. I get it. We have Thanksgiving coming up actually in a week. Thanksgiving is in a week, you guys. Like, that is crazy. But it's not today. We still have a week. But we kind of get all very grateful during November. We get very grateful during Thanksgiving. It's like all of a sudden we stop our lives and we're like, oh, now's the time. Now's the time to sit down and really think about all the things that we're happy, that we're grateful for, that we appreciate. But that's not how life works, okay? We don't have Thanksgiving all the time. So I want you to think about, what are you grateful for? Those of you that are here, talk to me. You can talk to me through the chat. You can chat by typing. You can talk through your device. Be a part of the conversation. This is not just about me. That would be very boring. But you know what's great? Producer Anna is here. So if it is just about me, it can also be about her. Hello, Edwin. Good morning. Thanks for coming, you guys. I am so excited you're here. I also want to play Two Truths and a Lie. It's one of my favorite games because it's really shocking when you find out what is the lie. And it's a good game if you have multiple things that sound very truthful. If you make it really obvious, you're right. It's not that great of a game. But I had a friend who told me that she was pregnant with her 9th baby. 9. Let's be grateful for that. Let's be grateful that are we grateful that she's pregnant with her 9th baby? Am I grateful that I'm not? Like, I can see that going either way. But she did it through Two Truths and a Lie, and it was really fun. So it was really fantastic. So we'll be doing that later. Today is only an hour. Today's only from 8 to 9 Eastern. So I am in the great state of Texas. I will only be here from 7 to 8, which I gotta say really trips me up because I'm then done at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, whoa, I put in a full day's work. I am like, it should be dark outside. And it's not. It is the beginning of the day. And I have so much to do, but I'm like, I'm done. I already did my whole day. Like I already did my job. I'm done. I'm checked out. And that's a long time to be checked out. So I'm going to have to adjust to that. Definitely. It's not really getting up super early. It's the now I have a whole day and I have no excuse that I'm not doing the things that I should be doing because I am awake. So I am excited that you guys are here because I'm hoping that this is going to catch on and you are going to want to be here every day because you're going to get some energy. Like there's a show that I listen to, not now. Now I watch and listen Live Every Day. But before I was into a really great show here in Houston and it set my day. It made the day like so much better and so fantastic. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. I want you to think about tell the truth, okay? What are we going to talk about? What are you going to share? While you're doing that, I need to discuss television. I do. It's Thursday. I could see it being like, like television Thursday. I could see that. I'm writing Anna. But what I love, what I appreciate, what I really just seem to enjoy is when a TV series recognizes that we're going through things. Okay. For instance, last year with the pandemic, which is not over yet. I know we like to pretend it's over, and I keep talking about this. Is that it's you know what? Hold on. I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to see if I can get to the chat. I want to be able to talk to everybody and see what is going on. See if it's offline. Okay. So this is what's great. This is great. We're making it work. I still have it offline on my side. So I'm going to just keep talking and I'm going to talk to you guys and Anna's going to feed me stuff if I can't get it. She's going to be so tired of talking to me. She's going to be like, what the heck? Okay. So when the pandemic was happening, I have to say Grey's Anatomy killed it. They were like, that's fine. We're going to act like it's a pandemic. We're going to all wear masks. We're going to wear hazmat suits. We're going to do all these things. And they did. This season, they're not. They keep having a little thing that says like, hi, we're not doing the pandemic anymore. Like, we're not. But you know what people still do? They still have things like, oh, I don't know, like the Thanksgiving Day episodes. They still have that. They still act like they know what we're going through in life. I think that's really kind of them. I think it's really kind that they go through life with us. They adjust what they're doing on screen. And then we feel like they didn't film this in June. Let's talk about the Friends episodes. Let's talk about how they crush it. I know there's a lot of talk about what is the best TV show, what is the best like sitcom situation, whatever that is. But you can't argue that anybody can do the Friends Thanksgiving episodes better than Friends. You just can't. It's just something that you can't do. You guys, I figured out the chat. Look at this. Stacy, good morning. I see that Kana says, my friends, my family, and my dog is what she is grateful for. I think that's fantastic, Kana. I hope you're having a great day. You have a great Thursday. I'm thankful for the Friends episodes. I really am. The one where, what is his name? Joey gets his head stuck, right? Like he puts his head in the turkey and then Monica puts on the turkey later. It's a classic. It's a classic episode. What's so great is that they took Thanksgiving, which is like a very well-loved holiday in America. And they made these epic episodes. It became their thing. Like when you thought of Thanksgiving, you thought of the Friends episodes. What are they going to do this year? Brad Pitt came one year. Remember when him and Jennifer were like married? And he was on the episode. It's a fantastic episode. And they did this whole thing that just really encompassed the holiday and made you feel like they care. They care. There it is. There's Monica with the turkey on her head. There's nothing more epic than that. That says Thanksgiving to me. So I need to know, do you agree? This is Tell the Truth Thursday. You don't have to think Friends. I mean, you'd be wrong. No, I'm kidding. This is a safe space. I'm kidding. You don't have to think Friends has the best episodes for television for Thanksgiving, which is in a week. Anna says Bob's Burgers has the best Thanksgiving episodes. All right, here's the thing. I have never seen Bob's Burgers. I haven't. I kind of know what it is. It's a cartoon, but I haven't seen it. So I can't tell you if I agree or if I disagree. I really don't know. Thanksgiving episodes, though, I do get very excited when a television show, I feel very seen. I feel like they're coming in and they're saying, we're here. We're a part of this. We're a part of your everyday. And it really, in a lot of ways to me, it breaks that fourth wall. Do you know what the fourth wall is? In film, you have your stage, right? You have your set, theater, whatever, any type of acting. When you have someone directly look at the camera, like right now, if I'm like, good morning, everyone. Stacy, I hope you're enjoying your pancakes this morning. I just read that Stacy's having pancakes this morning. And also Stacy says Fresh Prince of Bel-Air has the best Thanksgiving episode. I'm ashamed to say I did not know that. I did not know Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a Thanksgiving episode. I love that Stacy educates me every single day. But see how I'm talking directly to the thing, or like if I'm acknowledging. You saw it a lot, the breaking of the fourth wall in Ferris Bueller, if you know that film at all. So I feel like that is what happens when you have something that's so familiar, so comfortable, when you just feel like they see me. They see me. They don't know I'm in my living room. I'm having Thanksgiving dinner with Will Smith. I got to see that episode. Anna's going to have to find that for us. Oh, yay. You guys, we have people on YouTube. I want to say good morning to everyone on YouTube. Let's see if I can bring that up. Let's see. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for being here. Now, I did have the chat yesterday with YouTube. This is what's so great. I am going to be so ITE when this is over. That's not a word. That's not even close to a word. But I'm going to be absolutely so fantastic at it. That's not today. Today's not that day. We're not going to be grateful for that today. And I'm learning how to do a Mac. So here's the thing. I need to know something else about this, you guys. I need to know from Mary and Chris. I need to know what do you find is the best Thanksgiving episodes? Are you Bob Burgers? Are you Friends? Are you Fresh Prince? Is there anything else that we know that does a Thanksgiving Day episode? I feel like this is a very unique space and not a lot of places do it. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's just not going to happen. Also, I need to know, is everybody prepared? What's going on? Because I'm not. And this is where you can tell the truth. Shiva, good morning. Thank you for being here. We're talking about all things Thanksgiving because we are a week away. And we're talking about the amazing things that are happening on television when they acknowledge that Thanksgiving is real and that it's actually a thing. And our favorite episodes. Chris says Bob's hands. Pull up a picture because I don't know what that looks like. You know what I mean? I have never seen that show. I feel like it's a weird show. I feel like it's like in the vein of The Simpsons. Is that true? Is it appropriate? Would my mother have let me see it? Okay, you guys, hi. We're having technical difficulties today, and that's okay. It's going to be just one of those days, and it's because we're talking about Thanksgiving, and somebody out there wants me to be really grateful for my iPhone. And I am. I'm now going to stream to you through my iPhone, and that's okay. We're going to be just totally fine, and Anna's going to continue to feed me the things and let me know. Actually, I think I can still see the chat, which is really exciting. This is what's so great about technology. Thank you for dealing with everything that we're dealing with as we're getting everything all set up. It's crazy. I still have internet here at where I am, but it is just not wanting to connect. So that's okay. So let's continue with what we're talking about. Okay, Bob's Burgers loves Thanksgiving. This is what I've learned. I've learned that Friends, I think we voted it's the best. I voted it's the best. I know that there's other people out there that absolutely dig that show. Here it is. Okay, look at this. This is Bob's Burgers, everybody. It's a cartoon. I don't know it. I feel like I'm not allowed to watch it. I have something inside that because my parents said I couldn't watch The Simpsons, I now apply that all the time. I am not at home living with my parents, but I struggle with that. Does anybody else struggle with when your parents told you something? You're like, I'm an adult, but I still have to like adhere to that situation. I think that's how I am. I think that's what I do with some like certain things. Like, for instance, I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop. Why? I feel like I could watch it now. I've never seen it. You know why? Because when I was little, it was out, and I remember walking in on my parents watching it and them being like, get out, blah, 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 freaking out. So I can't watch certain things. Simpsons, I dig into a little bit. Bob's Burgers, I haven't done it because I feel like it's like in that thing. So also New Girl has really funny Thanksgiving episodes. How do we feel about it? Do we appreciate that they do this? Do we enjoy that they do this? Is it something that we find fantastic? Or is it something that we find, it's not that big of a deal? Who really cares? I could see that going either way, that like people don't watch television whenever they come into the holidays. It's kind of more of a time to disconnect, not a time to go to our favorite things online, our favorite things on the television or on movies and sit and just kind of like I could see it going either way. You could either sit and crash with these people that are not real, that you're watching online, that you're watching, well, some online people are real, but that you're watching on screen. Or you could be like, no, this is not what I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do this right now. This is a time in my life when I'm going to like, I don't know. I could see it either way. I find a lot of comfort. I find a lot of comfort in everybody that I know on television, who I absolutely think are real, who I absolutely feel like I have relationships with, that they're going through the same things I'm going through. I appreciate that. That is something that I find very connective. Like, is that a word? Can I say connective? Okay, so Anna says that in the Bob's Burgers, he's a chef, so Thanksgiving is his Super Bowl. I didn't know that. I didn't know he's a chef. So that makes sense. Mary says her shows don't have Thanksgiving episodes. So what are you watching, Mary? What is it that you're watching? Because every show, I mean, I feel like even Sesame Street, I feel like everybody kind of takes a pause and they kind of all like say, this is what we're doing. Like this is how we are going forward and acknowledging. I think that's what it is. I like the acknowledgement of it all. Chris says Bob's Burgers is his only family on Thanksgiving. This is kind of interesting that you bring up a good point, Chris, because on Friends, Chandler has a terrible family life. I'm not saying Chris does. Chris, I'm sure you have a fantastic family life. Chandler does not. So him doing Thanksgiving with his friends is a big deal. Okay. It's kind of this very big deal. It's the only way that he connects with people because he can't connect any other way because his family is a show. Okay. They are a cluster. You know what I mean by this, right? So I can understand whether you have like a great family situation or not. It's still sometimes I think like these are going to be my people today. These are going to be my family today. And that's where we're at. Stacey, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on Amazon Prime. So you're telling me that's where I need to go
to find the Fresh Prince. I really didn't know that they had one. And I thought I watched every single Fresh Prince episode ever, but apparently I did not. Apparently that's just not what I did. So anyway, I'm trying to get the computer still to work, you guys. I'm trying to do our backup plan. So it's, I have us like on all these different systems to back up, to be able to do all the things. And it's just not wanting to work today. My phone just really wants to be a part of this. It just wants to be a part of what we're doing. So anyway, moving on, let's go to tell the truth. Let's talk about things that are not popular opinions for the rest of the world, but for you, it's super true. I will start. Hamilton. I love Hamilton. Don't get me wrong. We're talking about the musical Hamilton, where that's what we're talking about. You know, the very famous Lin-Manuel Miranda show. I did not see it on Broadway. So maybe you're going to argue with me about this. I did see it when it came through the first time, like the first national tour, which I think is always the best tour, is like when the first national tour comes through. And I get that. Here's my point about Hamilton. You could listen to that soundtrack, to the album, and you don't have to see it on stage. Now, I have feelings about why this is a good thing and a bad thing. Because first of all, nobody has to pay that high ticket price to go see really great theater. I appreciate that. I realize that I have a lot of privileges. You know what I mean? I realize that. But you don't have to. You could listen to that soundtrack. You could listen to that album, and that's it. Call it a day. Anna brings up a very good point. Lin-Manuel is not the only composer. This is true. He's very creative. He is really fantastic with words, but he's not the only thing out there. You know what I mean? Like, he's not the hottest ticket in town. And I think we've made him into this god. And I don't blame him. I mean, what he's done is really fantastic. Anna also wrote, Disney's allowed to use other people. That's a little funny. Marlon, good morning. Thank you for coming. It's so great to see you. So what are some other unpopular opinions that I have? Okay, I'll get right into it. Taylor Swift. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. Taylor Swift dropped an album last week. We're all aware of this, correct? I hope that we are. So Taylor dropped an album, and I enjoy Taylor Swift. I wouldn't like do everything on the planet I had to go see her. I wouldn't do that. I would see her. I don't think she can sing. Is that horrible? I think that she's talented. I think that she can write songs. But I think it's really interesting how the second that Taylor Swift drops an album, everybody loses their mind. She has caused a lot these last like few days. She wrote about Jake Gyllenhaal in the album, something about a red scarf. There's people getting involved. They're all like attacking Jake. Like, she kind of goes, like, I thought this was just a phase. Like, okay, fine, Taylor, you have boyfriends, you broke up with them, you're 15, you're going to write about it in your journal, they're going to end up in a song. Like, I get that. We're not 15 anymore, Taylor, and neither are her fans. So the fact that she keeps bringing people into it, I find really fascinating. I'm like, that just seems really strange to me, but she does, and people still love it. I think they're very nostalgic about it. I think they connect their childhood, their young adulthood, their teenage years with Taylor Swift. I know I don't quite fit that, but still, I think I'm able to look at people. I'll give an example. Garth Brooks. Love Garth Brooks. But when he came out with that weird thing, Anna's going to have to feed it to me. What's his face? Chris Gaines? Is that what it was called? And he starts acting like this other character. I was not here for it. I was like, that's weird. That was really strange. And so I think that I can have a full opinion about the people that I love. So everyone who's into Taylor Swift, that's fine. But why are you into Taylor Swift? Okay. Adele dropped an album this week. Adele, she can sing. Like, she can sing. You know what I mean? Like, she's so beyond talented. And it's like, okay, I get it. I'm here for Adele. I absolutely agree with this. Chris says Jake Gyllenhaal needs to write a diss track about T Swift. That's interesting. What if that was a thing? What if we invent an app where you can write? It would kind of be like, you know how like you have these reaction videos that people do all the time now online? You'll see these trends of like a video going on, and then you have like someone in their kitchen and they're like, I'm going to do a video too. And you have the original video to the left or right of them. And then like you have like your reaction video, which is always not as good, right? So if you're doing like Bruno Mars, but like I'm even trends on TikTok and stuff, I'm going to be, and I don't think this is an age thing. I don't get the TikTok thing. I don't get dancing for your camera for strangers. I don't get it. If you're a really great dancer, like there's some dancers I follow, but that's their job. Like they're amazing at it. If it's not your job, why are you dancing on a camera? I don't get it. Like, I really don't. That's my unpopular opinion. What are your unpopular opinions? What are things that the world is so into, but it's just not your jam? And you're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, except this is not the thing that I love the most. Here's the thing. Adele's album comes out tomorrow, but she's been dropping the tracks. There is a clip right now. I got it on Instagram. You guys, it was posted 17 hours ago. 17 hours ago. And it's already at 9.5 million views. I don't even know how to like comprehend that. So that means every time I only get like 28 views, there are 9.5 million people that could have viewed it. That's shocking. Also, it just shows you like the power of social media. Adele dropped a track yesterday in her living room. She's in her living room. There's somebody playing the piano, amazingly, by the way, amazing. And she's just sitting on her couch. She's sitting on her couch and she's belting like she's Celine Dion, which now I remember Celine because we were talking about her yesterday. And she's owning it. Like she is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. This is it. This is the video. That's her. She's just sitting there. I'm saying it's her living room. I don't know if that's true. I want to believe that that's her living room and that she's that comfortable with us, that she's bringing us in. Again, that feels like the fourth wall being broken, like somebody bringing you in. So what are your unpopular opinions? Is it about sports? Is it about something? Is it about a food? I like Brussels sprouts. I feel like that's an unpopular opinion. I also like kale. Like not because it's like all healthy and stuff. I actually really like it. I feel like that's something that I can share and it can be like a one-on-one, and this is a safe place because this is to tell the truth Thursday. What is it that you've been holding back that you want to share with everyone? And we can say, we're here for you. Yes, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I think what's scary right now, you guys, is that everybody's scared to share their opinions because we don't know how it's going to be received. We have this entire cancel culture right now. You say something, and then if it's different than what everybody else says, you're done. People walk out. People are like, you have nothing. You have no worth anymore. And this is we now put every value we have about you in this one comment. Stacey says she doesn't like Brussels sprouts. Here's where we're going to show maturity, Stacey. We can have different opinions on Brussels sprouts and be fine. I think that's incredible. I think that we are going to bridge something here today. Stacey, you don't hate me now, right? Because I like them, and I don't hate you because you. Now, have you had them with teriyaki sauce? This is what I want to know, because this is what will change your mind. I have an uncle for every single Thanksgiving, and this is going to bring us back to what's happening next week. He makes Brussels sprouts with balsamic, like it's a balsamic like glaze. It's a glaze. It's like so thick and like I think everything should have a balsamic glaze. Like that is something I can get behind. That is a popular opinion we can all believe in. Although Stacey will probably be like, no. But anyway, and he just coats them and then he roasts them. So they get very like caramelized. Stacey, you got to try it. It might change you. For me, it was my gateway. It was my gateway to Brussels sprouts, I got to say. Mary, I'm secretly very happy that grocery stores play Christmas music way too early. We were discussing this yesterday. We were. And let's go back to it if we can, because that could be an unpopular opinion that you have. I hear what you're saying. A lot of people get very, very angry. Like they're like, you cannot do Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Like people have, here's what I want to know, Mary. Are these type A people who are saying things like, no, you can't watch Hallmark movies until after Thanksgiving. You can't decorate your house till after Thanksgiving. You can't listen to music until after Thanksgiving. Is this a type A personality situation? Mary's saying, I don't let myself listen until Thanksgiving, but it's hard to wait. It's music. Like, is it a big deal? I feel like we've got to solve this, and we also have to solve daylight savings time. I feel like these are the two things we have to solve for our country. I feel like we could reunify the United States if we could figure these two things out. I feel like there are like two camps. There is like daylight savings time is the best thing ever, and it is the worst thing ever. I really know a lot more people in this camp, it's the worst thing. I just assumed there's another camp. Why do we still have daylight savings time? Nobody seems to like it. So Mary's talking about Christmas music is, is it something that we can do? It's music. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. Like if you need to do that and get through and do what you need to do, what I would rather see, and Mary, tell me what you think about this, or actually everybody, Stacey, hello, Anna, Nathan, what do we do about the whole concept of how about you do what really makes you happy and I do what makes me happy? There's a line to that. There's a line. We can't do everything that we want to make ourselves happy. And I respect that. I understand that. I believe in laws. I believe in morals. But like when we get to Christmas music, can we just give each other a break? Can't we just relax? I'm just saying. Stacey says, I love the person no matter what they like and what they don't like. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly like, this is what I want us to settle on. This, and then I'm going to run for president. I'm not going to run for president, but I am going to run for governor. I'm going to run for the governor of change daylight savings time. This is my platform. There has to be somebody in charge of that concept. There's somebody who makes that decision. Is it Congress? I want to be on that vote. It's so dumb. Like, I really feel like we need to let that go. So how early is too early for Christmas music? Is it after Halloween? Is it after Thanksgiving? Is it June? I'm going to say, listen when you want to listen. And especially, and you know what I think it is? I think, Mary, the reason why they started the whole Christmas in July thing is because people were like, I'm ready for it. And I think it gives people a feeling. I think there's a nostalgia up with it as well. But I think it gives people a feeling of, well, first of all, it's very positive music. Let's think about what it actually is talking about. A lot of it's religious, which I know not everybody's religious, and that's totally fine. It's spiritual, but it's uplifting. How about that? It's very positive. It's uplifting. When you're listening to Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, when you're listening to Adele, you need like a Valium. Like you are like, this is depressing. It might be incredible. It's very emo. You might journal some. You might burn like old boyfriend's clothing. Like you might, go stalk your ex-girlfriend on Facebook and see what she's up to. Because these songs bring so much emotion. Even, country music, your dog dies, your truck breaks down. Maybe there's a reason we're listening to Christmas music. Maybe it's not about Christmas at all. Maybe what we need to learn. I don't know. This is kind of a great point. I think I'm actually making a very profound point. Maybe what we need is some more uplifting music. You know what I mean? And it can't just be from the Christian sector of the world. I'm not a Christian music listener. I'm not my jam. Okay. Now, I don't think of Christmas music as Christian, but I enjoy it. But I think it's because it's really positive. I think that's our problem. I think we just don't have any other options, Mary. So I don't blame you. I say, listen, you need something uplifting and positive. I say that. So, that's where I'm going to land on that. What other unpopular opinions do you have? Stacey, what other foods do you not like? Let's go there. I'm gonna end with this one. And if anybody has anything else to share, I want to hear what you have to say. Good morning, Doreen. Hello. So good to see you. I hate meat. I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't stand seafood. I can't stand chicken. I can't stand meat, red, purple. I don't care what kind. That's an unpopular opinion. We live in a very meat-focused country. I live in the state of Texas. We invented meat. Not really, but we kind of did. That is an unpopular opinion that I have. Anna says double stuffed Oreos are overrated. Thin mint Oreos forever. Here's what I have to say about Oreos. The double stuffed mint Oreos, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at those. I think they're fantastic. I really do. How can you be mad at more mint cream? Here is something you can be mad about. Oreos are vegan, but they have a cream filling. Why is there's not a dairy product in that? Like, that is concerning. That is concerning. That's terrifying. Why is there no dairy with something with a cream filling? That is pure chemicals. It's just so many chemicals. That's what that is. Anyway, so I can see what you're saying. I can see that they're overrated. It's a lot, but it's probably because you're having too many chemicals. So Chris just found out that Oreos are vegan. Here's the thing. Next time you make fun of a vegan, remember that they have Oreos. You know what else they have? Fritos. They actually have a lot of foods. Being vegan, which I have been since 2014 until the pandemic, which I talk about all the time. Baby Jesus wanted me to have, mozzarella and brie to get through this pandemic. Pretty sure he stopped the day to tell me that. But before the pandemic, I was vegan since 2014. But do not make fun of vegans, because here's the thing. There's a lot of unhealthy vegans out there because they're eating Oreos and Fritos. There's a lot of things that are vegan that you would be shocked. So that does not mean that you're a healthy person, which I found out the hard way. Stacy says that there's gluten-free Oreos too. I have to say, I'm really happy for all of my friends that are gluten-free, that are really into like all the things that are like not so maybe mainstream. It's become more mainstream. Being dairy-free was not, this is to tell the truth Thursday, it was not a place that it was safe. Or gluten-free, you were not safe. You were a burden, you were a problem, you were annoying, and now you're like the trend. You're cool. Everybody's gluten-free. So look at that, even Oreos, which I kind of think is so fantastic. So in the vein of this, let's go into next week with Thanksgiving. I need to know what your favorite dishes are, because here's what I found out, I think about 2 years ago. Somebody put on the internet a map, and they had every single state. Maybe Anna can find it. This would be hard. But what is the dominating dish for Thanksgiving in that state? So you think, oh, you guys, cornbread dressing. That is what everybody eats every single year. That is a staple. There's no conversation. Nobody can argue with that. This is a real thing. You have no opinion. And then you find out that's not true. That is not the thing that everybody does. Like, it's true for this section of the world. It's true for this section of the state. It's true for this town. I had no clue. I feel like turkey is a safe one. I feel like turkey is one that everybody agrees on, but a lot of people do ham as well. Look, Anna found the map. You guys, this is a map that you can go to, and you can see what is the dominating dish. For the state of Texas, which is where I live, creamed corn is the favorite dish. I've never had creamed corn. I don't even know what that is. I've never had it. I want to know, this goes back to the whole thing. Like when we do like the national day, like usually we celebrate what is today's day, I don't know if we have today's day. What is the celebration for today? But there's some things that we have that we all agree on, and I don't remember us voting. Like, who chose what these dishes were? I don't remember voting on that whenever we were picking presidents. I don't remember voting on this when we were doing school board. How do they know cream corn? Delaware apparently loves cauliflower and mashed potatoes. How is that true? You guys, anybody have anything to say? Like, I don't know if I agree with this map. I don't know who did, and we don't know who made this up. This is the thing about the internet. We can believe everything on it, but that doesn't make it true. Okay. My favorite dish for Thanksgiving I'm going to share is broccoli rice casserole. It's broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole. I'm from a town in Louisiana. It's North Louisiana, and it's called Natchitoches. I've talked about it a little bit on here. And there's a really famous cookbook from Natchitoches. Like, not just people in Natchitoches. It's like a really well-known cookbook across the nation. It's called the Kane River Cookbook. You're going to want to get it. Okay, maybe Anna can find a picture of it. So it's in this cookbook, the broccoli rice cheese casserole. It's phenomenal. It's the best Thanksgiving. Like, and here's something else. Thanksgiving, what it is for all of us is comfort food, right? That's what it is. So really what you're trying to say is, what is your favorite comfort food? Is it the turkey? Do we like turkey? If we were to vote on it as a nation, would we continue to keep it as the center of our Thanksgiving Day dishes? I just find this really interesting because I feel like we're at a place in our lives where we can, there it is, Cane River Cuisine. That is the famous Natchitoches cookbook. You're going to want a copy. I'm not kidding. Everything in there is gold. Also, everything in there is 17 sticks of butter. So that might be why everything in there is fantastic. It's like Paula Deen as a cookbook. But so we're at a place in our lives where we can discuss these things, but we can't discuss them safely. I find this very fascinating. We are in a place where communication is so rampant. We can communicate on so many various levels. Social media, with our phones. I don't know. There's so many, like, I mean, I guess through email, there's different ways. However, there's not safety in what you are communicating. You have the freedom to communicate, but not the safety of it. If you were to come out and say, I hate turkey and Thanksgiving, people would really get mad. But yet we keep drifting on with turkey. We keep drifting on with mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. Do you know what I mean? Like, we keep staying in these veins and nobody changes it. Nobody stands up and says, excuse me, why are we still doing this, everybody? Mary says cranberry sauce is necessary. You need the tart cold dish to break up the heavy stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense. Good morning, Frosty. Thank you for being here. I also enjoy the whole sweet, salty thing, and I think the cranberry sauce brings that aspect to it. But I'm sure there's a story of how we got cranberry sauce, but why don't we do like mango chutney? Like, why don't we do something else? I don't know. I'm not a chef. I mean, I really love to cook, but I think about this all the time. I really do. I think about, did we just settle? Have we just settled for mediocrity because we never thought to think outside the box? Steak and potatoes is pretty basic, right? Turkey and gravy is pretty basic. Now, I feel like there's two camps. Simple is really nice. Sometimes simple makes the most sense. And also, maybe we're not thinking big enough. Maybe we're not thinking like whatever. So, I don't know. Anna's doing a Friendsgiving this weekend. I think it's this weekend that she's doing it. And they're going to have turkey and ham. We always have turkey and ham. We have multiple turkeys. We deep fry our turkeys because we're in the South. I don't think everybody does that. I don't think deep frying a turkey is something that the whole world does. What I also saw on that map were that 2 states love side salads. That's not a Thanksgiving dish, everybody. That's not comforting. Listen, that's what you eat. You eat a side salad after Thanksgiving because you hate yourself and your pants don't fit. That's when we eat side salad, everybody. We're not going to do that for Thanksgiving. I feel like salad on Thanksgiving, I feel like I could get behind that as a very strong opinion. Like, I want to support, like Stacy, I support everybody in what you believe and think. I might be a little judgy when it comes, see how hypocritical I sound? I'm sitting here telling everybody we should unite. But if you're eating salad on Thanksgiving, yeah. Oh, I'm a bad person. Okay, it's fine. All right, here's the thing. Um, the cranberry sauce. Due to the importance of cranberries in the 1500s and their abundance, it's believed that the Pilgrims and the American Indians would have eaten them at the first Thanksgiving. So we are totally doing this on an assumption. We have no idea what these people ate. I mean, maybe maize, which we don't even eat. Like, that's what's so funny. We're like, maize and corn, that's such a big deal for the Pilgrims and the Indians. And now we're like, some of us have corn casserole, some of us have cornbread dressing. I feel like corn should be the center, not turkey. It should be like, and fish, because didn't they use the American Indians showed the Pilgrims how to use fish as fertilizer for their crops? That would make more sense to me. Like, I hate fish, but I could get behind it a little bit. Chris says that his sister used to ask for mint and jelly and lamb for Thanksgiving. I grew up with mint and jelly and lamb, but that was for Christmas. I think this is also interesting. I think it's really fascinating to know what people do for Christmas, because I thought there were some universal truths to that. Turkey for Thanksgiving, that's a thing. Turkey, ham's a thing. We all agree with that. Rolls. We all agree with really hot buttered rolls. Nothing says Thanksgiving like that. But it gets a little tricky with Christmas. It really does. Some people do turkey again. Some people do, the Sicilians do the 7 fishes, which I did not know about until a few years ago. Chris is saying lamb and mint jelly. I'm Italian. My father's 100% Italian. We grew up with brujol. Does anybody know what brujol is? And we grew up with like stuffed shells, or like my dad makes like a pasta crepe with like ricotta cheese and like filled or whatever, like baked. That is what we grew up with. Anna says that her grandmother always made shaped butter, like a turkey shaped butter. I've heard of this. And she doesn't buy it. She makes it. Now, I have seen, Anna, I don't know if you guys have seen this. There's a lamb shaped butter. Have you seen that? And it's in the shape of a lamb. You can buy that though. I've never seen the turkey. We don't do anything that fancy. I know that some people get very into the crafts and they get into all the things. Oh, look at that. There's a turkey butter. I can't believe it. That is incredible. That's art. That's art. Yeah, we're not that cool for Thanksgiving. We're just, I don't know. What other butter shapes are there? Guys, what are some really fancy things that you do? I tell you this, for Thanksgiving, we use real napkins. My mother will not. This is an interesting conversation. Here's what I want to know for this or that. Do you have plasticware, throwaway plates, throwaway cups and dishes and the utensils for Thanksgiving, or is this the day for China? This is the day we get out all the stuff. We're going to clean dishes for hours. It's going to be a bonding experience in the kitchen, which means in my family, the women folk are in there and the men are watching football. It could not be more traditional. Like, seriously, I hate it. I just want throwaway dishes on Thanksgiving. I'm like, why? Today's the most dishy day ever. It's the most dishy day. Why are we not throwing them away? I get the environment, so we could do biodegradable. That's fine. But Anna says for Friendsgiving, she does China. Yeah, but I mean, is it a lot? How much is it? How many? It's a ton of work. It's a ton of work. I love that the day that we're eating the most, we're eating the absolute. I said to you, imply that I don't have friends. No, this is not what I'm implying. Here's what I'm implying. I have 43 people coming to my parents for Thanksgiving. Now, you could have 43 people at your Friendsgiving. That's true. Most Friendsgivings I see don't have 43 people. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like I would agree that would be a time to do China, would be when you're hanging out with your friends, like I think, well, no, this isn't 43 friends. This is family. You know what I mean? But when you have 43 people and it's family, throw it away. Friendsgiving. Okay, sure. I see you. I think that says, yeah. And Mary says, bring out the China. Like, this is the time to bust it out. And this is what it's for. Growing up, I had China every single Sunday with every single meal that we had. That's kind of crazy. Is that something that people grew up with? Did you grow up with China being used in the everyday. And I think that this is interesting because the name of the show is Live Every Day. I hate mediocrity. I cannot stand, like just subpar settling. That is not the thing. You guys, this is the time, right? Especially the holidays when you can go all out. And I think that's also why people love the holidays. They allow themselves, they give themselves permission to absolutely get out there, to do the things that they wouldn't normally do, or to go so big, or to be so like bold. That's what the holidays bring. I think there's a little element to that maybe we're not thinking about, which is why I named the show Live Every Day. Like, you should do, if China's your thing, do it every day. Don't wait for Friendsgiving. Don't wait for whatever. Do it every Sunday. Like, make it a special thing. Don't be afraid to get out there and to do what it is that you love to do at the capacity that you love to do it. Good morning, Melody and Nancy. I'm so excited that you guys are here and joining us this morning on Backchannel. This is Live Every Day. Here's what's fantastic. This show is going to end in minutes. That's not the fantastic part. The fantastic part is on Tuesday, Thursdays, you guys get a treat. And you're going to have another show where normally this show is a 2-hour show, but not on Tuesday, Thursdays. You're going to have Kate and Will, not the famous ones, as in royalty Kate and Will, but they are I think Kate is British, actually. I think that she is. But you're going to have them. They're going to be here at 9:00 Eastern, which is in just a moment, basically. And you get an hour of them. The other shows that are coming up are the Anthony Davis Show is at noon Eastern. And then you also have Your Pal Hal. So there's lots of great content here on Backchannel. You guys, as we're figuring out the technology and working it all, I just want to say thank you. I'm really grateful for each of you for being here. I'm grateful for the conversation. We talked about some pretty deep stuff today, actually. Like, it wasn't just about Thanksgiving, and it wasn't just about opinions. We kind of were digging into, why are we doing the things that we do? Why do we love the things that we love? And I love that. So I want you to do this. Do me a favor. I want you to go make today, which is, what did we name it? Friday Junior Thursday, right? Tell the Truth Thursday. I want you to go make it count. I want you to make today fantastic and extraordinary. You guys, don't forget to go out there and live every day. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. Bye, y'all.